Hello, this is not a spring chicken. As you can see, we are getting ready for the holidays. Yes, ham, holidays, yum. You can just, oh, there's something I love about the holidays. And it's not just because you get to eat a lot. But meanwhile, while you're busy traveling, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Obama yet again celebrated everything but creating jobs.
Well, yeah, he's going to focus like a laser when he comes back to job creation. He said this is the third year that he has said that, you know, that he, this is Mary Jane Obama because Mary Jane Obama's on something, that he's going to get this job. Well, he's basically admitted that the stimulus 1 and stimulus 2 didn't work, so now we got stimulus 3 and stimulus 4, which can't work no matter what those economists, including Stuart Varney, who doesn't have enough sense to come out of the range, says. If all you did was kept the status quo, you haven't changed anything. The equation is the same. If you didn't have money to spend yesterday, not having money to spend today or tomorrow isn't going to make you go out and spend anymore.
I know. Well, you know, part of it is I love that it's everything's, you know, focused on job creation. Well, let's see. I think they were focused on tightening credit.
Everything. Oh, they just got through with more announcements of more damage to the economy. They're getting ready to instigate rules through the Food and Drug Administration, through the FDA, and from the Environmental Protection Agency, which is going to cramp down on businesses in this country even more and cause more unemployment.
Yeah, but how was that focused on creating jobs?
It creates government jobs. You see, that when you understand, Obama says, when he says, I'm going to create jobs, he has. He's created lots of government jobs.
Yeah, but guess what he's done to the private sector?
He destroyed them. He doesn't care about the private sector. They're all greedy criminals.
And North Korea threatens sacred nuclear war if attacked.
Obama doesn't understand. These people will do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand anything. He doesn't understand why the Muslims don't appreciate his bowing before him and basically kissing their butts. He doesn't understand why the North Koreans won't. He sent Bill Richardson there to mediate, and Bill Richardson came back saying, well, they're not, we can't talk to these people because they're insane.
Oil prices rise above $90 a barrel amid U.S. crude supply drop.
There shouldn't be any reason supply drop. Nobody's traveling anywhere. What happened is they said Obama's brilliantly handling of buying the stocks and making the dollar buying bonds, making the dollar worthless, forced them to raise the price on their oil to keep the price at where the level they had set before. Okay. In the Obama administration, I understand, in the entire White House, the executive office, only 20% of the people have ever actually worked for a living. They're basically teachers, people that write books, and people who do nothing but think about how to screw things up.
And it must be the end of the week because home sales are down against last year's sales.
Oh, I know, isn't that amazing? Just yesterday, home sales were, well, they adjusted, they're 5.5% higher than they were last year, which was 22% down from the previous year, which was 20% down from the previous year, which means the god-awful, they're not selling, okay, they're selling so little mortgage rates took a dump for the first time in 2 months.
And it's a good thing the Intelligence Department doesn't spend all its time watching cable news.
That's what the Obama people just said. Well, if we spent all our time watching cable news, we wouldn't have time to do our job. Unfortunately, cable news broke the fact that terrorists were captured in England, and our intelligence people didn't even have a clue.
Yeah, there's a problem with that.
They were taken off the map, you know, by the English because the English didn't want the Obama people to screw things up. Because what happens is you've got to read them their rights. You can't do this.
And even though Qualcomm Stadium was underwater yesterday, the game will be played today. How is that?
Well, they had 3 foot of water in the parking lot. The stadium is flooded.
How are they doing that?
You can't walk. I mean, the seats are soaking wet. Everything is wet, and it's starting to sprinkle again. But
are they holding it?
They're holding a bowl game tonight because it's on national television. Even though they're going to have to refund tickets because people they can't park their cars.
Wait, are they having it anyway? First of all, because of television rights, right?
Because of television rights.
Number 2 is because they're hoping they don't have to refund it because they still had the game, regardless if people could get there.
They're going to be sued. The hell out of them is going to be sued by the people that aren't going to get to be able to watch the game and pay for the tickets. They're not going to. Okay, the game is being held in conditions that do not warrant the game being held, which violates they said, I read it this morning, they said it violates the back of the ticket that says they have a right to refund the ticket for such and such reasons, but they're holding the game. They're holding the game, which basically means they...
well, they went through on their television contract, right?
For their television contract and saying, the hell with every... it's the 23rd of September. All you people that bought tickets, go to hell. That's what they told them.
But let's see. Well, part of it is they fulfilled their TV rights, so otherwise they'd be sued for all of them.
There's 3 foot of water on the football field right now.
I know, it's kind of
They
crazy.
said at 5 o'clock, this is being held, you know, when at 5
It's worthwhile to watch it just to see what they do.
But Pacific time, the game is going to be held. This is being done at around 11 o'clock, and there's 3 foot of water on the playing field, folks. You can't play football on that field, even with the tarps over it. The field is shot. It is gone.
And the U.S. press should fear being targeted, WikiLeaks founder says.
Yeah, well, he's basically, okay, the press is turning on him because they're releasing nasty things in his life. And he said, he's wanting the leak stopped. He's threatening court action against material that's being put out on him. Isn't that great?
Well, is it?
I thought that was an amazing thing, that he is threatening court action against the publications that printed his leaks for printing things about his life.
Yeah, and he can't understand why everybody's so upset about him.
Well, yeah, Moore has even turned against him now.
Oh, Michael Moore?
What he found, he said that they must consider this to be serious, considering that, he said, I didn't realize that what he was charged with is a crime in that country.
In Sweden?
He said it may not be a crime in the United States, but in Sweden, because of the rampant AIDS problem, it is a crime, and he knew it was a crime when he did it, so.
Well, there's a problem.
Yeah, so Moore is now basically not happy that he contributed the money for his, his bail, so it was a mistake.
Oh, he contributed money for his bail?
Yeah. Well, the women's groups are now decided, since Julian Assange has basically ran out his welcome, all the stuff that he was going to do, he's done, and nothing that, what is he going to do? He's going to destroy banks that Obama owns? That's not a smart thing to do there, because then Obama will get pissed off at him.
Yeah, and Obama supporters trying to outlaw Happy Meal sales.
Yeah. They said they're pointing to the fact that it's a violation of consumer protection laws. They said you cannot sell, because the consumer protection laws are meant to protect children from being advertised to, and a Happy Meal, even though they don't advertise it on television.
They don't advertise.
Basically, it is advertised in the business, and therefore they need to remove all the advertising and stop targeting children for Happy Meals, because that is a violation of federal and state statutes.
Well, what does that mean? Disneyland has to close because...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They did say that places like amusement parks will have to shut down anything that caters towards children. Basically, that can be harmful to their health. All of those special little meals that they have for children in Disney, they'll have to go bye-bye.
Does that mean there's nothing more in the cereal boxes?
No, cereal boxes, you can't put, they're already starting to remove characters from cereal boxes that have been there since I was born.
Bah humbug.
So this is the Obama administration. Here, I'll give you a good one. Let's see, basically, Sarah Palin was criticized by the president's wife for the way she let her children eat improperly, as she was doing the criticizing, as she was eating a triple ice cream thing.
Oh, yeah.
Triple banana split. And she was being critical because when you're a liberal Democrat, do as I tell you, don't ever do as I do, because only we can do that.
I know,
Well, her husband smokes like a fiend. They're very proud that he's been off it for 9 months. And even on the Tonight Show, they got pictures of him leaning out the Oval Office with a cigarette in his mouth. That's how much he's...
It's the hypocrites.
He's a hypocrite, but the fact is, it is illegal to smoke in a federal building. He's in violation of the law continually and should be in a jail cell. Well, they're going to get, this man is he's going to flee this country.
I sometimes think he's just trying to see how far he can push it.
Well, he doesn't care. Yeah. He's president, he doesn't care. We got a clown that's celebrating doing everything that he was told not to do for the 2nd straight year.
And violence escalates along the Gaza-Israel border.
But don't worry. Obama can talk to the Palestinians, as they're basically firing more missiles into Israel. So.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
If you celebrate doing something you were told not to do, you shouldn't have done it.